headed to Prague Castle District.
I think we're the only people that didn't get the memo that Prague had a lot of tourists. Tams and I didn't know that this is a big tourist destination. That's where we headed, the Prague Castle District. I think that's actually the castle. Tams is on her way to get some chimney cake. She says that the one in Hungary we really didn't enjoy because it was too sweet, as if you've seen that vlog. So we're giving it a second chance and we're going to try it here in Prague.
It's still hot. So, this is my second chai. I hope this one's way better than the Hungary one, but I'm 100% sure it's not as sweet because it doesn't have all the stuffings.
500 ice cream scoops in it and Nutella and chocolate, whatever.
It tastes like a biscuit. It's really nice.
Are we now going to continue our walk to the castle district?
We just spotted the market. The future version of Nick and I, an old cute couple still traveling the world. Couple goals. We are now walking along the old castle stairs.
Crazy security. They actually check your bags and stuff before you go in.
So apparently we're there, and the castle's up there, and then there's the famous St. Victor's Church. So behind me is actually the biggest attraction here at the castle, and it houses many tombs for the kings as well as the Holy Roman Knight. But that's what's really cool about this thing, and obviously it's architecture. Look how epic that looks. This is Prague's oldest church building.
St. George's Basilica. If you're wondering why there's military guys behind us, it's because we're at the Curzon Palace. It's the largest Baroque palace in Prague, and it had to actually take out 2 streets in order to build this thing for whoever stays in there. So it must be very important.
So as we're exiting, we found out that this is actually one of the largest castles in the world, and we've been here. Woo! But behind me, you see that massive crowd coming in. I'm so glad that we entered from the old castle stairs. So maybe you should enter from that side. That's still the line. This is the front side. Looks much better.
Another really cool palace. It's called Schwarzenberg Palace. It's a very long name, guys.
It's so cool. It's engraved in.
I thought it was painted in, but it's actually engraved in.
Yeah, I also thought it was paint. Take 2 of the Curzon Palace.
This is the Curzon Palace, the one that we showed you guys earlier, where we said there was military. That's not the Curzon Palace, that was actually the Prague Castle. That's why there was military there. They
So
look
we had a look at the picture, and to us it looked very similar.
until we saw this one, then we're like, oh, this is actually the one.
I hope you watch the full video to actually know which one was the difference.
So as mentioned earlier, this is the largest palace in Prague.
So we are now going to see Petrine's Tower. It kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower, but let's see when we get to
The world is waiting, where are you?
For some reason, all the places that we weren't going to go to ends up along the route that
We
so
just bumped into the monastery, like, bam, ninja bump.
Looking for a sign, we can't find you. Buried in the sands of passing time, with racing thoughts running through my mind. I see my future in black and white, all of my colors fading over time.
there's the Petrine Tower.
So we've taken in the beautiful city, and we've got a 2.5K walk to go to a beautiful restaurant to have some goulash. So let's enjoy the walk and the city vibes.
It's these signs that cost me money. Tams has gone in and got to get an ice cream. Ice cream before lunch.
That's the only way to do it.
The only time Tams is happy is when she's got an ice cream in her hand. We've got to wait for Tams to finish her ice cream. Look at that shot, guys.
So we're at the most popular statue here in Prague on the Charles Bridge, and there's a big old saying that you should rub the dog, so you'll either come back to Prague again or it will wish you good luck. But the true story is, what we've heard is, back in the 1900s sometime, some kids actually polished the dog statue, and that's why it's all shiny, and from there everyone thought it was good luck to rub it, because everyone just assumed it was being rubbed. So the statue isn't just famous because of the rubbing of the dog, but the statue at the top is actually of Saint John of Nepomuc. So he's the patron saint of Bohemia. He is one of the most revered saints here, especially in the Czech Republic. And he was assassinated by the king, and he was tortured and killed because he wouldn't share secrets of the queen when she was discussing them in the confessional. So he was thrown into the Vitava River, and now he's memorialized in statues across the whole city. So you have to go past Charles Bridge during the day. Yesterday we saw a different musician, today we saw a different band, and they're so epic, they're so good. It really makes the vibe on this bridge. It's just something to experience.
I actually really like the city. As touristy as it is, I think the tourists actually bring a really cool vibe to the place. There's a lot of energy here, so it's definitely a place that you really want to come and visit. So we went to the restaurant. The restaurant was super packed because it was actually 1 o'clock when we were there, and the lady was very rude to Tam, so we decided we don't want to eat there. So we went to the grocery store to find some food, so we got some. So we're back at our place now, and we're gonna call it the end of this vlog.